Olight is celebrating its 18th anniversary with new lights on sale. New products include the Warrior Ultra, Oclip Ultra, i18, Knife Duron, the 18th anniversary i3 EOS, the iMini 2 in Blue Dream. And I'm going to tell you all about them right now. First up, we'll unbox the Warrior Ultra. This includes the light itself, a 5000 mAh 21700 lithium-ion rechargeable battery, the manual, magnetic charging cable, and holster. The Warrior Ultra is made of aluminum, is IPX8 water resistant, has an impact rating of 2 meters, and weighs just under 200 grams or just over 6 ounces with the battery. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. In turbo mode, the Warrior Ultra reached a max thermal output of 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius after about 1 minute and 20 seconds of use. It ran for about 2.5 minutes before stepping down twice, with a total runtime of 3 hours and 10 minutes from turbo, 13 minutes shorter than the manual's claim. The recharge time was just 4 hours and 4 minutes, which was over an hour less than the 5.5 hours stated in the manual. Now let's move along to the Oclip Ultra. Upon unboxing, you'll find the light, the manual, a C-type charging cable, and it's powered by a built-in 580 milliamp lithium-ion battery. The Oclip Ultra is made of aluminum, it's IPX6 water resistant, has an impact rating of 1.5 meters, it weighs just over 50 grams or just under 2 ounces. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now, just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. In the 530 lumen flood mode, the Oclip Ultra reached a max thermal output of 106 degrees Fahrenheit or 41 degrees Celsius after about 36 minutes of use, and it ran for 1 minute before stepping down twice for a total runtime of 2 hours and 36 minutes from turbo flood mode. The recharge time took just 1 hour and 20 minutes, which was 10 minutes less than the recharge time that was stated in the manual. Now we're going to move it along to the i18 anniversary light. It is solid brass and it comes with a C-type charging cable and the manual. It's IPX8 water resistant, has an impact rating of 1 meter, and it weighs about 50 grams or just under 2 ounces, and it's powered by a built-in battery. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now just in case I left out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. The i18 exceeded the 23-minute runtime on high at 180 lumens that was stated in the manual, and it ran for over an hour with usable light, which was pretty impressive, and it gave off light that was not so usable for about 15 hours, but it was still light, it was still there, and that was pretty impressive in itself. The recharge time took just under 2 hours, which was pretty nice as well. And now we're going to move along to the new Knife Duron that's made of aluminum, and it comes with a zipper pouch, a coin, and of course the knife. The Duron weighs just under 100 grams or just over 3 ounces, and it has a 3.5-inch PVD-coated Nitro-V blade and a durable aluminum handle. Now I'm going to give you guys a brief tour of the modes and general operation for all of these new products. Here we go. All right, guys, first up, we're going to take a look at the Olight Warrior Ultra, and this is what the Olight Warrior Ultra looks like, guys. This is a sweet looking little light here. It's not that heavy for the new material that it's made out of. It's pretty nice. First up, you have your magnetic tail switch. It's a tail switch that is magnetic, and that works pretty well there. You also have the proximity sensor here, a ambidextrous pocket clip, and then you have your side switch here, which you can see lights up pretty nicely. You can cycle through and it's going to show you on here how much power you have left and what lumen output you're going to be at. So if I turn this up, you can see that goes up as well. Double click for that turbo at any time. You can also hold the button down and go into that ultra low mode, and you can triple click at any time, bring you over to that strobe mode. You also have a couple different modes in the back here, and what that's going to bring you over to is you have a daily use mode, and you also have a tactical mode. The tactical mode I'm going to show you how to use right now. This is the daily use mode. You go ahead and you hold it, like you press the button down in the back, and you can do momentary on, or you can do full on for that low mode. You could do full on for the turbo, 2500 lumens, or you could do momentary on for the turbo. And that's how that works for the daily use mode. For the tactical mode, how this works is you hold down the tail switch, and this is going to strobe now. I'm going to press the side button here, and that's going to strobe, right? So now you know that you're in the tactical mode. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold down, just half press the rail tail switch, that's going to bring you over to the 2500 lumens. If you full press it, it's going to bring you over to that strobe. So that's how that will work. And in order to disengage that mode, you just do the same exact process with engaging the tail switch and hitting the side switch here. Now, pretty simple. With the proximity sensor, say we throw this into the turbo mode. I'm going to throw this in turbo, and the proximity sensor works like this. So you'll see as we get closer to a surface, it's going to shut off. But if you wanted to turn the proximity sensor off, here we go, turn this on, and how that works is to override, you just double click and it brings you over to that turbo. And of course, you also have the lockout mode, and how that works is you hold down the side switch and it's going to lock you out, and that red light lights up there. Repeat the process to bring you out of lockout mode, and now you're back into regular mode. That's pretty much all she wrote for this light. Now we're going to move along to the Oclip Ultra, which is made out of that O aluminum. This is different because the fact it has 3 outputs here, and the first one here is going to be that UV. So it's got a nice UV output there, which makes everything light up. You take this into a hotel room or dirty bathroom, and you're never going to want to go back there again. So second one is going to be, I'm going to put this in the low mode. So this is going to be spotlight mode here. Now, all you have to do is flick this switch here, and it'll bring you over to the spotlight mode. You hold the button down, and it's going to cycle through all those modes. If you double click, it's going to bring you over to the turbo mode for that particular output. You can switch over to the flood, and you can switch over to that UV. So that's how that works. And it will stay in the output that you had it on last. So say we're in the low mode here for the flood, and you switch it over to the spot, and you can switch it over to the UV, and then you can double tap, and now you're in that flood mode. And of course, if you triple click while the light's off, it's going to bring you over to the strobe. While the light's on, if you triple click, it's going to bring you over to the beacon mode, which is a little bit too far spaced out for my liking. Oh, and also you do have the lockout mode. So if you hold the button down, it's going to turn off, and now it's going to blink red, and you're not going to be able to turn it on. And you go ahead and you do the same thing. It's going to turn right back on, and now you're going to be able to use the light as such. There is a magnetic backing here, which is pretty solid. And then on top of that, you have your clip, which is nice. So that is how that works. You have your C-type charging port here on the side. And of course, you also have that dial there, like we just played with. So that's what that's all about. Next up here during the sale, they're going to have the i18, which is basically an anniversary light. As you can see right there in the background, that's the box for it. Pretty sweet little product, pretty hefty. It weighs a couple ounces right there. It is a keychain light, or you can put this on a necklace and give it to your sweetie. But this is what it looks like. It has the C-type charging port in there. And how that works is it is water resistant, which is nice. And then what you do is you twist it to turn it on, and you get that little low mode there. And then you twist it again. It's going to bring you over to that high mode. And that high mode's 180 lumens. Pretty sweet, pretty bright. And that's what that is all about. That's pretty swell. That's just really nice little light. There's also going to be, I think everybody's going to be able to sign in and get a free 18th anniversary i3 EOS. And also on top of that, they do have a brand new color of the iMini 2. The iMini 2 is pretty sweet. All you have to do to activate it is you just pull it out of its little charging dock. So this is a USB, and plugs into your computer or plugs into wherever you have a USB port, and it charges it up. And then on top of that, you also have a magnetic base there. So you're going to be able to just put that anywhere. Say you're working on a project and you need extra light. You just snap that wherever you need to snap it. It's good for if you are entering your house at night. Just pop it off your keychain really quick. You don't have to worry about fumbling to press a button, which is nice. So that's a pretty sweet little product as well. All right, guys. So the last one we have here is the Knife Duron, and what that is going to look like. Look at this. This is the nice little case that they give you. You got your O coin pouch here, and then you have, that's Velcroed in there, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about it popping out. let's try to get that out of there. Yeah, and that's what that O coin looks like. Look at that. It's neat. It's got a little snake with a knife, because you know, just in case a snake ever pulls a knife on you, that's what it's going to look like. So here we have this new handle, which is
the O aluminum, right? And then you have this little slot here. It's an ambidextrous placement for the clip. So you can go ahead and place this here instead of having it on the other side. So if you're a lefty instead of a righty or vice versa. It also has the Nitro-V blade here, and that's what that looks like. I did notice that the placement of the little flipper here is kind of weird. It's almost like they didn't figure out how to do physics before they put that there. I mean, it does work. You just have to give it a little bit of a more of a flick, I guess. Like, yeah, there you go. See it like that? So but it's kind of a weird placement. If they put it down here, just like ever so slightly, it would actually open a little bit easier, to be honest. And that's what these reviews are about. This is what I'm all about. I actually always prefer a switch up here. You just flick it, but hey, it is what it is, guys, right? Nitro-V blade here. It's coated. So that's what that's going to look like. I'll do a little close up here. Let's do some tests. First off, I like to do the paper test. And what we do here is you take the paper and see if it slices. Oh, that's the one thing I do like about these is right out of the box, they are very sharp. And that's the one good thing I like about Olight. These knives are nice. And that's actually fun to do, right? So we got that. That's what that looks like. Let's do a paracord test. Very nice, right? Slices right through that paracord. Not even really applying any pressure there. I mean, that's just, boom, you know, let's double it up, right? Double it up. I have confidence in this blade already. I can tell you that's pretty nice. I like that. And of course, I have zip tie test. Boom, right through that zip tie. So guys, really nice knife, really nice handle, really nice blade. And the fact that you can swap out the pocket clip, and it's a deep carry for the most part. It's kind of deep carry. If that was up here a little bit more, it would be really deep carry. But then you have a lanyard thing just in case you want to put some beads or some paracord on there as well. So very nice design. Very cool. I like this. All right, guys, I am outside right now with the Warrior Ultra, and this is what the Warrior Ultra looks like. I'm going to turn this light off here. And I'm going to throw this into the 1 lumen mode. This is what the 1 lumen mode looks like. We're approximately 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. I'm going to step it up now. And this is going to be the 15 lumen mode, 15 lumens. And that's what that looks like. I'm going to jump over to the 200 lumen mode. This is what 200 lumens looks like. And now we're going to step it up to the 800 lumen modes. This is what the 800 lumen mode looks like. And as you can see, you can start to see stuff out in the distance there. Now I'm going to put this into the 2500 lumen mode. That's 2500 lumens. And as you guys can see, this lights up the entire porch here pretty well. You guys can see all the way out to the distance there as well. I'm going to throw this in the strobe mode. And that's what the strobe's going to look like. And then that's what the 2500 lumens is going to look like. Now we're moving along to the Oclip Ultra, and this is what it looks like. And we're going to throw this into the 1 lumen flood mode, and this is what the 1 lumen flood mode looks like. You can't really see it very well, so we're going to step it up, and this is going to be the 10 lumen flood mode. 10 lumens, 20 feet away from the railing. I'm going to step it up again, and now this is going to be the 100 lumen flood mode. 100, and this is going to be the 300 lumen flood mode, and that's what 300 lumens looks like, and that's pretty darn bright as well. Now I'm going to jump it up, double tap for that turbo, 530 lumens. That's what that looks like. That is pretty bright, guys. That's pretty bright. Fortunately, that only has a 1 minute runtime on there before it steps down. Now we're going to bring it over to the spot mode. And this is the 1 lumen spot mode here from 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. I'm going to step it up again. This is going to be the 9 lumen spot mode. So this is 9 lumens. And now we're going to jump it up again, and this is going to be the 90 lumen spot mode. And we're going to jump it up one more time. to the 270 lumen spot mode. And now we're going to jump it all the way up to the 450 lumen spot mode. And you can see that starts to go all the way out there into the yard there, which is about 100 feet from where I'm standing right now. If you triple click 1, 2, 3, it's going to bring you over to that beacon mode.
And if you triple click while the light is off, it will bring you over to the strobe mode. And you can switch from flood to spot while using the strobe.
And then of course, we also have our UV mode here, and this is what the UV looks like. So that's pretty cool. There is no red mode on this light. Now we're going to move along to the i18 here, and this is what the i18 looks like. I'm going to throw this into the low mode. That low mode, 5 lumens, this is what it's going to look like right here. So that's 5 lumens, 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. And then we have the 180 lumens. And 180 lumens is pretty bright, and that's what it looks like right there by the railing in front of us, 20 feet away. Pretty cool. I really like this. This is going to make a great keychain flashlight. 12-hour runtime for the 5 lumens here, and then for the 180 lumens, you have a 23-minute runtime. So not too bad.
As always, Olight makes excellent products that are more than capable of handling just about anyone's EDC needs. I will leave all of the sales information down in the description below for these great products. And remember, Olight products are now backed by a lifetime warranty. That means if anything happens to the product that are defective, they will replace or repair your product for absolutely free, as long as you don't bash it up by yourself. And even then, sometimes Olight's pretty darn good about that. So you can buy with confidence and justify the price tag. And speaking of price, if you're watching this video but the sale has already ended, you can still save 10% off of your next purchase by using my promotional code PG10. I'll leave a link down in the description. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Thanks for watching. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.
Hey there, thank you for watching. You can pat this cat.